Hello, and welcome to the St. Louis Goalkeeping Academy video on beginning diving technique. Today we're going to talk to you about beginning diving technique for goalkeepers who are newer to the position. Regardless of their age, whether they be as young as 7 or 8 or 9 or as old as 15 or 16. The stuff that we're going to go over today is stuff that any beginning player to the position needs to go over. It's a process, step-by-step process that we're going to show you today. And the process needs to be mastered. Every step of the process needs to be mastered before you can move on to the next step. At the end of this, we're going to also show you some corresponding drills that beginning goalkeepers can use in their training sessions that incorporate the techniques that we're going to go through. Okay? So let's get started. What we're going to go over today is our push, how we take off for a dive. And they're basically 3 parts of our body that we want to use all at the same time when we're starting to push into our dive. All right, so we're going to start just by working in an element, a drill that we do to help players learn how to set their body before they push, and then learn how to actually push off into their dive. Now you're going to notice there's a white pole here along the ground, okay, that runs this way. When we dive, one of the very basic principles when we dive is that when we dive, we never want to go this way. We never want to go that way. All right, if I took this pole and made it there, that's not a good dive angle. All right, it's what we like to call a negative dive angle, because we can't reach as many balls, or we can't get to, our hands can't get to as many balls if we go this way as opposed if we go this way. All right, so for beginning goalkeepers, we got a pole here. This is just a corner flag that we've ripped off the flag of, but it's a good visual indicator to help players learn what a positive angle should be. All right. Oh, so we're going to have this pole down here. We'll work with the pole all day long just to get the idea of what a good positive diving angle is. We're going to start just with a set position. All right, where we get here, good set position. Now, when you go to dive, the first thing you need to do is step towards the ball. Step at a positive angle towards the ball. Now, if the ball's on the right side of our body, we want to make sure we're stepping with the right foot. Right? If the ball's on the left side of our body, we want to make sure we're stepping with the left foot. That's going to be our push foot. Right? This is the foot that we will eventually push off on when we go to make our dive. The first step is just to step towards that ball. All right, like this. You want to take it, and you want to take a good step. You don't want to take a short step here, a real small step, but you don't want to take a really long step either. Either way, you're going to lose power. If you take a really short step, you're not maximizing your spring and explosive capability. But if you take a really long step out here, now you're overstepping, and again, you're losing power. So you've got to find, in each step, the size of the step will vary from player to player, based on a player's size, all right, based on how long their legs are, these kinds of factors. So here, you want to take a good set step towards your ball, and then you want to get low. You want to get low down here like this. The reason you don't want to stand up tall, again, is because you're going to lose power. So much of your diving is about power and explosiveness. If you think about the spring in a pen, in a retractable pen, you think about the spring. If you take that spring out of the pen, you take that spring and you push it down together, and then you let it go. It springs into action somewhere, it flies somewhere, right? That's because when you coiled that spring down, all right, it's got power, it's got explosiveness. All right? But if you just take the spring out of the pen and you just lay it on the table with the spring elongated, there's nothing there. There's no power, there's no explosiveness, there's no energy. Your body is like the spring. All right, so what you want to do is you want to get low. The lower you get, the more coiled your body gets, like the spring of a pen. And when that spring gets released, all right, that energy has got to go somewhere. So that's all we're doing with this here. And we're getting down low like this so we can coil our body. And now what we're going to do from this position is you're going to want to push. All right, now 3 parts of our body that we're going to use when we push off. The first part of our body is this front foot. All right, this is our push foot, our push leg. All right, we're going to want to push off the toes of this foot. At the same time, that we're doing that, we want to use the second part of our body, which is our opposite leg. This is what we call our drive leg. Front foot is your push foot, all right, a push leg. The back leg is your drive leg. And you want to drive, as you're pushing off that toe, you want to drive this back leg across your body. This motion here is going to help you gain power, it's going to help you gain momentum, and it's going to help you increase your distance. The third part of your body while you're doing this is an overlooked part. A lot of people really overlook this part. They want to use all this pushing with their legs, but they neglect their hands and their arms, all right? You've got to use the hands and the arms as well. Here, 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 and as you go to push, and as you go to drive, the hands should come back from the hips and drive forward as well. Use all three parts of your body all at the same time. So in the first element, all you're going to do is go from here, step, low, and then just jump. And you want to land on the same foot that you took off with. In this case, since the ball's on my right side, I took off with my right foot, I land on my right foot. All right? Again, working at the angle that you set with your pole. Now you could use a broomstick, you could use a piece of string, you could use a bunch of tennis shoes laid out, whatever you want. All right? Here, and do this in slow motion. It's important that you master each motion because muscle has memory just like your brain has memory. You've got to teach each muscle in your body, whether it be from your push leg, whether it be from your drive leg, whether it be from your arms. You've got to teach each muscle the motion that it needs to do, right, in order to be successful at this. So do it slowly. It's not important that you do it fast right off the bat. So you'll be here, we step, we lower, and we here. And try to balance it, okay? Try to let the goalkeeper balance it because it's good for the body balance. Once again, here, here, lower, hands back by the hips, and then all at the same time, push off that front foot, drive with that back leg, throw the hands and the arms forward. Here, there, okay? Good.